Hello. So I haven't been here for a while. Been pretty busy with work, with friends, with animals, and spring has started. So spring has started. I know the temperatures are not reflecting this, but spring has started. Um, what's happening with the pond? I decided to move on the Goromo and concentrate on higher quality fish. There's also been a few casualties in the pond. So the first one, I don't know if you remember the Ginrin Chag that had the slight deformed mouth. I put the picture here. Unfortunately, his malformation started to conduct through the spine, and although he was growing, he started to bend. One of his rib cage was slightly, well, not slightly, but going in, and I didn't think it was fair for him to carry on, basically. He started to swim on the bed on the side and all that, and it wasn't fair to keep him on. So the second casualty was probably a bacteria problem, but only local bacteria problem. And despite trying my best, the fish wasn't getting any better. Unfortunately, it never happens to the ones that you want to move on, the one that you want to get rid of. It always happens to the best of what you've got in your pond, and unfortunately that was the kajaki. But it's all sorted. What had to be done had to be done, and he is no longer with me. Had to be done. It is what it is. The rest of the fish are doing very well. Had a few problem with parasites. As spring arrives, got white spot. So you can see this on those pictures there. 2 life stage of white spot. Managed to get rid of him after a couple of treatments, which was fine. And then it was time for me to hunt for new koi. So naturally I started to hunt for chagoi everywhere. And then this beast appeared on my screen. This is a Maruyama Kindai Showa. And I tried to pick every fault that I could, trying to convince myself that the price was far too high. And after sharing the news with my friends, we decided to make a trip to Quinnikoy. So Leon from Progressive Point Keeping and Chris and Ash joined me over there. And there we arrived, hunting for different koi, for chagois, but going back every time to this little girl. And there she was, appearing there in all her glory. So the trip started again a couple of weeks later because I wasn't entirely happy with the health of the koi to start with. And then a couple of weeks later she was ready. So I made the trip again to Quinnikoy by myself.
In 200 yards, you will reach your destination.
So here you can see Marcus lifting her up and putting her in a vat for me to be able to check her. And there she was again, completely healed. And as you can see, everything that we are told to look for in a koi was there. The head, the mouth, the body shape. The shiroji is popping. The beni and the sumi are absolutely popping, although still to come through. But look at the size of this mouth and the head. The head is as wide as the shoulders, and her mouth is so wide that the barb was actually on the side. What a fish. So after 15 minutes at Quinnykoi, Marcus bagged her for me. And there she was, in my car, definitely mine, and it was time to head back home. Another 3 hours driving, total 6 hours for 15 minutes visit. Finally in my pond for 20 minutes, and it was time for me to unbag her, give her a last health check before she could join the others in my pond. Naturally dived down to the bottom, but very quickly found her way around the pond, and instinctively Big Girl decided to take her under her wing, or a peck fin should I say. And she just kept following Big Girl all the time. Big Girl being the Mukashi. As you can see her there, despite all the other fish in the pond, she was going naturally to the calmest fish. So I will leave you with this last shot of the pond. As you can see, she has really settled. She's eating like a machine, and hopefully the temperatures are going to now go high, and we're going to have a fantastic summer, and she will be growing. I hope you've enjoyed this. Thanks for watching.